Hello figure fans, this is a video review of the Lord of the Rings Trilogy Collection Super Poseable Strider. I just recently bought this figure off of Amazon. I was an avid Lord of the Rings figure collector in high school. Decided recently to get back into it. So I also noticed that there's not a lot of good detailed reviews of a lot of these figures on the internet, so I'm going to try to provide anyone I get a good detailed review for anybody else, to get some of these figures or maybe catch up. I don't know, whatever the case may be. But at any rate, this is Strider, Aragorn, maybe I prefer to call him at this particular point. First impressions, this is an amazing figure, especially for the time, the time period. These came out about 2005, early 2000s, mid 2000s. And the level of detail that went into this. Toybiz, it's unfortunate, they went under because they produced some high quality figurines, and this is an example. This is probably one of the best. I would go out there and say the best Striders, especially from the first movie you're going to find. Super poseable, no gimmicks. I'm not in the gimmicks thing. Some people are, but it is what it is. Even the coat, they have like a weathered look on here. I know the camera's not going to pick it up too well, but it's neat. It's pretty cool. And on top of that, the price point back then was nothing compared to what they are now. You can't touch a figure for under, decent figure for less than $15. These I know went for about $7.99 and gave you accessories, which I'm going to go over here in a second, and the detail. And I don't think to this day there's other than maybe Star Wars and some Marvel, but as the characters you can get with the Lord of the Rings figures, it's extensive. It almost covers nearly every character in the movie, so that's a very rare thing nowadays with collecting. Moving on here, the first accessory is it's a back sash, possibly like a quiver. It looks like it got like a little sack hanging out. It's got a stick, which could possibly be his bow and arrow. I'm not really sure, but it's like a string wrapped around it. But detailed again. There's like stitching going down the sides, ropes around it. Looks great. Fits right on his back here. I carry him with it, and then he also got his little cloak, which he wears, when we first see the character in the movie, which is pretty cool, and it fits right on his head. Bloop. Looks great. And it's a very soft, pliable plastic. It's really cool. I like it. Drapes nicely. Sits there. Looks great. And the other accessory you get with him, of course, would be without a sword. And it fits right in his hand. And with, again, how cool the articulation was back in the day. You can grip it because he has finger articulation, which I'm going to go over the articulation in just a second, but you can grip it, turn it, bring the other hand up, whatever you really want to do. Now, articulation-wise, one thing I will say, these are older figures, so when you first get them, be a little careful. Mine stuck quite a bit, and it's stuck in that package. Now I've got them, they're all moving fine. That took a little bit of time. But rear articulation, head articulation, full 60. Full 360 around, excuse me. A little up and down. Little. Not much. I gotta look up to the skies, but both arms, articulated the same, but you got your in and out. Bicep cut. Double articulated at the elbow. Articulated in the wrist where it can move forward and back and around, and of course the fingers are articulated. Each hand is different. In this one, only these two fingers move, and this one, the full hand moves. You got a waist cut. Let's turn to the waist. No ab, but it's like a soft rubber on here. It's kind of cool. So, no, it's not in there. But, I don't mind that. I'm not really big on the ab. I hate the cut when it's there. I think it looks horrible. And that's cool, too. These, the articulation's hid pretty well with all the layers of the figurine. You got a T, crotch, goes up, goes out. Double knee joint here. And you got ankle. And you got quad, sorry, thigh articulation. Right here above, like, the boot, it turns. And toe articulation, which is pretty neat. I mean, again, just you have to think, when these came out, you know, you didn't get that kind of articulation. You really didn't. You know, in my opinion, if you're looking to get into Lord of the Rings again, or have been, maybe you haven't picked this up, I don't know, whatever the case may be, amazing. Probably, again, the best. Probably the articulation. He normally stands well. Oh, there he is. The best Aragorn, you know, from the first movie, without a doubt. Maybe in the series, I don't know, he stands his height. That was one little thing with the toybiz line, is some of the heights were off. Like the King Aragorn stands this tall and this and that. So I think he fits in well with the other characters, and it's good. One other thing, you know, people have complained about the face on some of them. I think this one is definitely probably one of the better faces. You don't have to go head searching. It looks like Vigo for the most part. So, again, solid figure. If you're going to pick it up, I got it on Amazon. Plenty of Lord of the Rings collectibles on Amazon. So, thank you for watching.